YouTube channel for your class. A little groundskeeping. If you don't know how to use Google Meet before, maybe it's your first time. If you have your screen, instead of using these pictures, I found a way that I think would work. You all aren't seeing a dungeon of screens on my screen right now, right?
That's correct, Paula. Or Stella. Stella.
Yeah, you're fine. So this is what your Meet sessions should look like. If yours is tiled like this, thank you, Janie. I'm glad to know that I'm not in the dungeon here. If yours looks like this and my screen is really small and you have everybody else's screens over here really large, then you can click on these 3 dots and go to change layout and put spotlight. The spotlight one is going to be who is speaking at that time. So let's say that Brenda Graves hops on her mic and is speaking. Instead of seeing my screen, you would then see her picture or screen, whatever she's sharing. Sorry, Brenda.
Yes, no, that is fine. I'll give you an example.
So if you move your mouse around on your screen a little bit, you'll have that bar pop up that we just talked about. If you want to use your microphone, you can click this little button that says microphone. And if it's red, it's turned off. If it's gray, it's turned on. This button hangs up the call. This button turns your camera on or off. If you need closed captions, that's what this button will do. If you want to share your screen, you can click here. And then if you want to access the chat, that's this little speech bubble up here, and you will be able to see what everyone's had to say. So, do you have any questions about that so far? Are we good? Ready to move?
Hey, Stella.
Uh-huh.
Can I just add something? For those of you on the call, it really is probably easier to have your video off because it helps the streaming of Stella. If you turn your camera off, it's not turning off your ability to see Stella. It's just turning off our ability to see you.
Yes, thank you for that, Brenda. Awesome. I appreciate it. Okay, so YouTube is like, it's a great thing, but there's lots of stuff on there that we know is not truly accurate. And so you can leave your camera on if you want to. We'll see your smiling face. So we know that there's some information on YouTube that is inaccurate, or you might find a video that you think is great, and then right in the middle of it, somebody drops a big cuss word. And we didn't catch it when we were filtering because we're teachers, and usually when we're pre-watching videos, we're also multitasking, so sometimes those things slip by. So creating a YouTube channel for your class is really not that difficult. I'm going to show you today how to create the YouTube channel, how to create playlists of other videos that you find to be able to share with your students if you would like to do that, but also how to upload and create your very own YouTube videos. It's not hard. It is not hard at all, especially with some of the resources that we're going to talk about. I don't want to give too much of it away because I'm just going to like blurb it all in like 5 minutes and not show you anything if I don't shut up. Okay, so I created a fake account here. It's a Gmail account, but everything that I show you will work exactly the same on your at franklin.kyschools account. But if you want to ever make one with a Gmail account, you totally can. So to get started, if you've not done this part before, you go to youtube.com. And that takes you to where we're used to, where we go and find all of our videos. And the videos on my screen are kind of strange. Sorry. You want to click on this little icon up here. It's either going to be your first initial, because mine's an S, or it's going to be your picture, your little icon of yourself. So if you click on that and it says create a channel, you have to do this step first. And It only takes a couple of seconds to do, but if you've already done this part, then sorry. Feel free to add anything that I skip over. So I'm going to click create a YouTube channel, and it says get started or no thanks. If you click no thanks, it's going to like, you're going to have to keep doing it till you say get started. So keep doing that. You can have a custom name if you want to, or it could just be your name. So like, for instance, if this was my actual work account, it says Stella Pollard here, not Stella PD. Or if I wanted it to be Miss Pollard's class, I could click here. I'm just going to use my name. Okay. I can upload a picture. It's going to change on my email and everything else if I do that. So just keep that in mind. That's that little icon that you're going to see wherever you are signed into Chrome. And you can just tell your viewers about your channel. No judging of spelling in this because I type really fast. If you want to add links to your social media websites, like if you have a Facebook for your class or whatever, you can totally do that if you want to. I did not. Well, I may have did the instructional technology page. But if I was in the classroom, I probably wouldn't do that, even if I did have a social media, because some people might be able to find your videos if you accidentally make them public and click on that Facebook. So just for privacy, I probably wouldn't do it. But if you have a website, you could do that, like a Google site or whatever, a blog. Okay, save and continue. After that, my account is set up. So it takes, if I wasn't talking, it would have taken me like 30 seconds just to create that, unless I put in a lot of detail into my description. After you get that, the next time that you go to YouTube and you click on that, instead of saying create a channel, it says your channel. And when you click on that, that's going to be your dashboard is what I call it. So your dashboard is going to show you like all of the videos that you've watched. So like a history, if you watched a cool video and you forgot what it was called, you can find it there. The videos tab is going to be where you find all of the videos that you have created or uploaded. Playlist is going to be where you have all of the playlists that you created, maybe for your class or for yourself, maybe for music or whatever. They'll all be there, and you'll be able to see what that looks like in just a second. If you have any other channels, it's going to show up there. If you have comments, they're going to show up there. You can turn that off, though. Like on each individual video, you don't have to have comments on. Yeah, I taught middle school, so I can only imagine what they would say. And then the about section, you could just go there to see what your description was. Okay, so that's what your dashboard will look like. If you ever want to change any of that up, you can just click customize channel, and that's where you're going to be able to go in and change like your discussion, or if you have any videos that you want to delete, you can do that by customizing your channel. Okay, so that's really the basics of like the background of creating and knowing what the dashboard does. Do you all have any questions so far? Can it link to Classroom? Absolutely, Kelly. I'm going to show you how to do that, and I love it. One of the things that come up with, well, why can't we just make the Screencastify videos and save them to Drive? That works beautifully some of the time. But Google Drive was really created for documents, slides, etc., like just PDFs, not really video playing. But YouTube is, of course, created just for videos, so it makes the quality be just a little bit better. Okay, so moving right along, let's say that you do have a video that is saved onto your computer and you want to upload it. To do that, you can click right here, this little camera button that says create, and you have two options. Today, I have a recording of a session that I did over YouTube Live, but if you do a YouTube Live, there's not really many benefits compared to like doing a recording on Google Meet and then uploading that session that way. If you do a YouTube Live, you cannot do it on a Chromebook, and you have to have so many followers before you can do it on a phone, which is ridiculous in my opinion. You have to have a certain software downloaded to your device. So if you're interested in ever doing YouTube Live videos, I have a session that I've recorded over that, and you can always reach out to me and we can do a one-on-one session. So that option is there, but I'm not going to focus on that one today. So if you click Upload Video, it's going to take you to a page that looks like this. Well, not always like this, but the first time you'll have to click Learn More and close that out. This is what it looks like every time until they decide to change it. So you click Select Files, and it's going to have your videos that are downloaded onto your computer. So if you have a video that you use some type of software on, maybe your document camera or some other type of software, and it's saved directly onto your computer, you can click on that, click Open, and it's going to automatically do its work here. You can give it a title, give it a description. The thumbnail is like what the picture is going to be whenever people are scrolling through YouTube. So it will automatically pick one for you from a random part of your video. I've noticed that sometimes it likes to pick the silliest face that you make if you have your face showing in it. So just be aware of that. You can pick one of those, or you can click Upload Thumbnail. Oh, I have to verify my email account. Okay, I'll do that later. But you can click that and upload a picture if you want to. For playlists, if you want to have like a playlist of homework, you can do homework or instruction or whatever, or you could just not add it to a playlist at all. And do you all know what I'm talking about when I say playlist? Did that make sense when I explained it a while ago? Let's see. Okay, good. If you are interested in sharing out a playlist, this is the perfect way to do that, but you don't have to create playlists. So click Done. And then down here in the audience, is this video made for kids? You are legally required by COPA and other laws to select yes, it is made for kids if kids are going to be watching it. So I just always say yes to mine just because it means that they can't get some type of ads on them, and really that's it, and people can't find it just by like searching, or it just kind of gives you a little bit more privacy, if that makes sense. And then you can do an age restriction if you want to. So then I want to click Next. I never do these, but you can add like the cards is kind of like what you can add inside of your video to have like a certain text in there, like, hey, be sure to watch the rest of my videos. You can add an in-screen part of your videos, like, thank you for watching, please subscribe to my channel. Mine's grayed out right now because I have not verified this email. And then 3 is visibility. So if you want the video to be private, that means that only you and people you choose can watch the video. I like the unlisted one because I don't have to go in and add everybody individually, because I know some of you have like 150 students that you have to put. So unlisted means that they have to have the link before they can see the video. And let's be honest, somebody trying to guess a link URL, that the chances of that is crazy. So make sure, I always like that one. But there's really nothing wrong with making it be public if you're not showing specific student names or you're not showing student faces. If it's just you and the content that you're putting out there, then public is perfectly fine. You can also click on schedule to make the video show up at a certain time of the day or of a different day if you want to do that. Or if you just go ahead and click publish, it's going to publish it now. And this one published really quick because it was only 18 seconds long. But if it's a video that's like 5, 10, so on and so forth, it does take a little bit of processing time to get to YouTube. After it is published, you can click on one of these and you can click email, or you can copy this link and post that directly into Google Classroom. John said that cards also link to other videos. So if you wanted to reference another video made, you could link it via card. Yes, absolutely. So those text boxes that you put in can be links that you can click on. That's a really good point, John. Thank you so much for sharing that. Brenda, does Edpuzzle work on your own videos? Yes, it will. And if you don't know what Edpuzzle is, I have a session next week over videos in the classroom. We're going to be talking about that. Ray said, how can I record a classroom instruction? Would I just use my phone and then try to save that to Google Drive? So Ray, you're actually going to be able to upload videos directly from your phone, and I'm going to show you that in just a few minutes. There's also something the district has purchased called Screencastify, which is going to be where I'm going to be rolling along to in just a moment. So yes. Okay. Did I answer all of the questions so far? If I skipped you, ding me, like bing. Let me know. I don't want to skip anybody. So I don't see any more questions coming in. If you do, use that text box. The district is purchasing, let me go backtrack here. Last year, Screencastify gave us a premium trial, and the usage of it was through the roof. I think I know why. It might have something to do with COVID, but the district did vote and approve to purchase Screencastify for the upcoming school year. So you are going to have that. And if you do not know what Screencastify is, it's something that helps you just record your screen, or you can record with a web camera. I have 2 sessions coming up on those, one next week and one in a few weeks. So feel free to join that if you want to. But this is what it looks like. And you can create videos with this, and it saves those videos automatically to your drive. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to make just a very short video here. Here it's counting down, and I'm making my video. Hi, everybody. We are in a PD session. Okay, I'm going to stop my video. And the beautiful thing is it's automatically saving that directly to my Google Drive. But over here to the side, you're going to see where it says publish to YouTube. If I click on that, I can publish that straight to my YouTube video, or sorry, my YouTube channel without going there. I don't have to go and click the little camera recorder. I don't have to go and do all of those details because I can do it right here. I can click, it's private, I don't want, or unlisted, we'll do that. I can give it a title. Oh. I can give it a description, and then I just click upload, and it's going to do its magic, and it might take it a few minutes, or not minutes, but seconds to get uploaded there. Jessica, you are absolutely right. Oh, everybody loves Screencastify. Jessica and Tara, you are saying that you love you some Screencastify. All right, so it says success. I can click view on YouTube, or I can copy that link and directly go to that. If you click share to classroom, it's going to automatically share that through Google Drive. So if the video quality is fine for you, you can totally do it that way as well. You have all kinds of other options there. So I don't want to make this whole PD session be about Screencastify because I love it and I could really talk about it all the time. But does anybody have any questions about that? Tiffany, the trial is over, but the district, they just requested a PO from me. And not from me, but from Screencastify, and they got that quote, and they're already in the process of making that payment. So you will have it as soon as Screencastify gets their money. And it will be for the whole 2020-2021 school year. So all the way until next July, or maybe August. I can't remember, but we have a year. Awesome. If you're interested in learning more about that, I'm going to post that PD matrix one more time. That way you can have that. Ray, you absolutely can use your camera on your Chromebook. The easiest way is going to be with that Screencastify, because when you click on the icon, the very last option when it rolls around is web camera only. And if you select that one, it's going to automatically just use your web camera only. And I know for you, that's probably something really important, because you probably have a lot of like techniques that you have to show. I'm just guessing, because chorus, I took it in high school. I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine. Brenda, it's on Wednesday. It's about using videos in your classroom. I think the 15th, I believe. Amy, I'll send out an email whenever it gets approved. They usually email me because I made like 5,000 videos last year. I think I deserve a trophy. Amy says, I was planning to use my phone as a document camera to show tutorials. Can you use Screencastify on your phone? You can't use Screencastify on your phone. It's just a Google Chrome extension, but you can use your phone and upload directly like that. That would be fine. I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. Okay. All right. You all have some really great questions, and I'm loving them. If you have any more, please drop them in that text box over there, and I will get them answered. So we talked about Screencastify. We talked about how to upload videos directly from your computer. And I want to go back to my, well, I can go to my work one now because you all have seen how to set it up. So do your work. Okay. Over here, I can click your channel, and I now can see all of the videos that I have created. And if you upload your own image, like your own, not card, but what's that called? Thumbnail. Your own thumbnail, this is what it's going to look like instead of like this. I just realized that I should probably start adding these in there just a couple of weeks ago. That way all my YouTube channels don't look like this, or have a random picture of my face making some type of goofy looking face. Okay. So if you want to use YouTube videos and you want to know how to add videos to a playlist, you're going to look up all of those videos. So like, let's say that I wanted to look up videos about sales. I would pre-listen to it and be like, okay, yeah, that's something my students could use. And I can click these three dots right here and click Save to Playlist. Now, I have a bunch already created, but if you don't have them, you can click New Playlist, give it a title, click Public, and you can make them be public or unlisted or private. Unlisted is, again, that only people with the link can view. Private is only you can view. I'm going to leave this one public because why not? So I'm saving that, and I can add as many videos as I want to that playlist. I could even go in and add some videos from other creators and go to my channel and add in some videos from me. So when I think about this, I think about how awesome would it be like to have all of your videos saved in units, or like chapters, if you want to call them that, or whatever. That way you could share just all of the video resources specifically for that unit. And you could even share this link. So you could share the link with your classroom through Google Classroom or however you get links to your students. So to see your playlist, I'm still on my dashboard. I can click playlist and go to that menu, and I can now see all of the playlists that I have. So Audrey has been adding videos to my playlist. I just see that. Okay, I'm going to click Summer PD. Well,
And in a second, you'll see.
sorry, shut that up. I think I clicked on the wrong link. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, I want to click View Full Playlist. And then there is where I can go and change the description. I can change the title if I ever want to. But I can copy that URL directly from up here and share it with my Google Classroom. Or I can click this little share icon, the arrow, and I can get an embed code if I need that for anything, or an email code. Or I could just copy the link. I don't want my email open. Do you all have any questions about playlists? If not, I am going to open up my camera here for a second so I can show you how to upload videos on the phone. Ray, absolutely. That's a great way to explain those. Ray said playlists are like folders to organize your videos. Absolutely. It's kind of just like a little pocket, and you can put those in there just to keep them organized. Or else you're just going to have like tons and tons of videos, and you'll have to recreate them every year because you can never find the ones that you want to use. Not speaking from personal experience or anything, but maybe I am. I've got so many videos on there. All right. Oops. All right, I'm going to turn my camera on, and you're going to see me looking from one side of the screen to the other because I have multiple screens here. Okay. So let's say that you're on YouTube on your phone. I'm on my daughter's account. Hang on. Let me get to my account. Okay. Yes, this is what that looks like. You can click on this icon here with like the little camera button, kind of like what it looks like on the screen. And you're going to have the option to record or go live. John, I agree with that, with what you said. I'll give you, hang on a second, I'll come back to that. So on here, sorry, I'm going to scroll through my videos and make sure that Audrey's clothed appropriately in them. So let's say that I wanted to find a video of Audrey. So I'm just looking through my list. I'm going to click on one of these videos. There she is jumping as a bee. And I'm just going to click next up here. It's blue. And then just like on the desktop or laptop or Chromebook or whatever it is that you're uploading on, you have the ability to give it a title. You have the ability to give it a description, make it be public, and the location, you can put that on there if you want to. So when you get finished with all of that, you're just going to click upload right there, and the video will then upload directly to your YouTube channel. So John said, or Amy said, so we can have different YouTube channels for each class. I agree with what John is saying. I think it would be better to have different playlists for each class. It would just be easier for you to manage. If you did want to have different YouTube channels, you would have to have a different email to create that, if that makes sense. So like if, am I still presenting my screen? I think I am. If I do that, I can go down here to switch account, and I can add like my personal email or a different account to this account. Can teachers collaborate on channels? I think you can. Let me double check your channel about. Well, I know Jimmy added me as a collaborator onto Franklin County Schools. Maybe it's under customized channel. So the record button, Ray, would be like you catching your kids playing outside. You would have the ability to go back and watch that video before it gets public. A live would just be like it's automatically showing everything that's going on in live view. Let's see. So I don't know if there's a way to add teachers like to be a collaborator on this channel. Does anybody else know the answer to that? And if we don't know the answer to that question, I will try to figure that out. I'll ask Jimmy how he added me as a collaborator on Franklin County Schools. Carrie, what Greg said was right. It's just I had my camera flipped around, so I was using two cameras at once. If you have just your web camera showing on your computer, then everything's not going to be flipped like it was for my phone, if that makes sense. Is my screen black for everybody? Let's see. Oh. Dungeon. I solved the dungeon. Let me stop presenting for a second. Present your entire screen. Okay. There we go. Thank you, Deb, for that, because I would have just kept going on like nobody's business. Carrie, just think about it like it's just a mirror. So I had my camera from my phone facing the web camera of my computer. It won't be like that on the whiteboard. Nathan, after you upload your videos, you can go into, hang on, let me shut my laptop because it makes everything look all blurry and big. Okay, so when you get your videos uploaded and you want to go back and edit, you can totally do that. So you go to your channel. Oh, I'm already there. And go to your videos. And then find the video it is that you want to edit. Like, let's just do this one. And pause so we don't hear my voice. So you can go in here and go to edit video. And then you can change the title. You can go down to editor, and editor is going to be where you can add some background music if you ever want to do that. You can cut the video parts of it out if you want to do that. You can even add a blur if you want to blur faces of students. If you have students in your video. So there's all of those different options. If you make any changes, you can just click save and it will automatically save those. But if you want to go in and add like a new thumbnail, that would be under those details and you can change your picture at the beginning. Hannah, thank you. So you can add a collaborator. Help walk me through this. We go down to settings, okay. And go to, oh, look at you. All right. So Hannah helped me with this. Hannah Morgan, Westridge teacher, says you can add a collaborator to your YouTube channel. You go to settings. So make sure that you are, let me just go back to my home here. Well, maybe. Okay. So make sure that you're on your YouTube channel. Go down to where it says settings. Go down to permissions. And you can then invite a user to help collaborate on that. So I'm just going to use my personal email address to invite myself. And you can have them be a manager, editor, viewer, or viewer limited. So a manager would be that they can add and remove others and edit everything. Editors means they can't add or remove others, but they can edit the videos. Thank you, Hannah. Carrie, you are perfectly fine. I love that you said light bulb. You're the best. Okay, done. Then you can just click save, and it will email that person, and they would just have to click accept, and then they would then be an editor on your channel. Greg and Carrie's got some little banter going on in the chat over here. All right. Do you all have any questions for me so far? Okay. If you do, I know some people talk faster than others, and I talk really fast. So I want to make sure that you have the opportunity to ask your questions. I want to go back and say, remember when we uploaded a video and we had to select whether it was for students or not, or for kids or not? If you do pick yes, it's made for kids, it automatically turns the comments off. So you will not get comments on your video. But if you do want to turn off comments on a public video, you can go to your videos and where are they? Dashboard. I've confused my computer. So you can go to your videos. Here's all of mine. You can click these option button. Oh, sorry, the pencil button. And you can go in there and you can turn your comments off. Or you can change it to where it's just made for kids. More options, I think. Comments right there. So go to more options, comments and ratings. You can disable comments. You can hold all comments for review, which would be helpful for teachers, I think. That way you can see if they've got any inappropriate language in them or whatever. You can hold potentially inappropriate comments for review. So Google, YouTube will scan the comments for inappropriate words, and then you can just allow all comments. So you can do that too right when you're first setting up your video. I just kind of skipped over that. All right. So the last thing to say, and then really just going to see if there's any questions here, and I have some resources to share with you. If you do a Google Meet with your students and you record it, like what I'm doing right now, those videos are automatically saved to your Google Drive. So let me just go to my Google Drive and find that folder right quick. Okay. Here's my folder for that. It automatically saves the video and the chat log. So you can go back and see all of those comments that were made. You can click on one of those and you can download it if you want to. So I just always do a right click and click download, and it's going to save it all the way to my computer. And it says it can't scan for viruses, but you created the video. So unless you're giving yourself a virus, it's okay. So I do this all the time and I've not had any issues, knock on wood. So it's perfectly safe. So you can come over to your YouTube channel after it gets finished downloading, and you can click create and then upload that video like we did the first time that we uploaded something. And it will just automatically ship it into there. You can give it a different title. You can give it a description, thumbnail, just like what we talked about before. Deb, you can totally do that with Screencastify. So Deborah says, what about using YouTube video assignments for students to make instead of, for instance, a Google slideshow? So are you talking about students create the videos or you create the video? Okay, students can use Screencastify to create videos of themselves talking over slides, or they can use Screencastify like as that web camera, and then they can actually upload those directly to Google Classroom just through Google Drive if you wanted to. Or you could show the students how to upload videos to YouTube, but that can be opening a can of worms. I think I may have shared the link before Brenda got here. I do that sometimes and then I forget. This agenda is kind of not as full as some of my others because I forgot to do it until last night and I had it all down on paper. So I'm so sorry. But I'm glad that Brenda brought that up because this agenda that I do have has some really good cheat sheets on there. So I have 3 cheat sheets and I need to make one for uploading directly from like the Google Drive. But this first one is a cheat sheet for creating your own YouTube channel. So for instance, if you have a new content partner next year that needs to know how to do this and time crunch, they don't have time to watch this whole video, you can give them this cheat sheet and it will walk them through how to create their video. The second one is add a video from Screencastify. So that one will walk them through how to create a video and publish it to YouTube. And then the last one I did not do today because I knew it would be time consuming and you can't really do this one on Chromebooks and it's just not that user friendly, but is going live on YouTube with OBS Studio. And I do have a recording for that I will share out. You can't, oh, thank you, Carrie. It would probably help if I changed the settings to where people with the link can view. Try to refresh your page there and it should work now. Thank you, Sue. I feel like that is such a huge compliment coming from an art professional like yourself. I tried my best. My husband was like, why are you doing that? I'm like, you don't understand. We need visuals. We just need them. Okay. We have about 15 minutes left of this session. So if you have any questions, drop those in that text box over there and I will get you answers. I'm also going to post the sign-in sheet and the feedback form. So if you've not done a session with me before, this first link is the sign-in sheet. Fill this out and I will make sure that you get your PD credit. If you don't fill that one out, I copy and paste directly from the responses. So make sure that you do because I want you to get credit for being here. And then this second one is just purely a feedback form. It's completely anonymous, just to show I don't have collect email addresses on. And I use this for professional growth for myself to know what to do and what to change and what to add and how to better suit you all. Michael, if the students have that confidentiality waiver signed, then it should be okay. If you have students in there that do not have that public release option checked, then maybe have them sit in a part of the room where you're not going to be getting a recording of them. But you can go in and individually add videos and add every single person that can view that into the little box where you can add the viewers. Deb, absolutely. Are you talking about the one for the YouTube Live, the recording for how to do YouTube Live? Or are you talking about from previous sessions? Oh, yes, absolutely. I'm going to share with you this sheet. It's actually just a tab on the bottom of the matrix that I've been sharing. I wanted to have all of our PD sessions in one spot. These are called the on-demand sessions, and if you click on those, it opens up a Google form, and you'll just answer these questions. And then the video is here. You have 3 questions to answer, and then I'll get your PD credit to you if you need that. So there's that. Kennedy, did you get an email from me about this session? Then if you got an email from me, it means that you were signed up for it. Ray, the second one that I talked about is just for Screencastify, but I can go back in and edit that. I think I called it, let's see, what did I call it? I can make it be exactly what I'm going to do next week, if that's easier. I called it Introduction to Screencastify, but if you're interested in doing like the Ed puzzle and everything like that, I can do that. Yes, absolutely, Tate. I sure can. Kennedy was in our Monday session about create your own podcast. If you were not in that one, it was super fun. And Kennedy made her podcast. Way to go, girl. Shelly, let me see what's going on with that. The rest of you, we have 10 minutes left for the hour-long PD session. I'm going to give you those 10 minutes to go and explore YouTube on your own time if you want. And if, let's see, what was I saying? Go and explore YouTube if you're on your own if you want, or if you want to stay in this Google Meet session. I'm going to be here for 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to go grab some lunch before my next session. So I'll still be here answering questions. If you filled out that PD form, you're free to go explore on your own.
Hi, when I refreshed my page, it threw me off, and so I'm just now. Hello? Hello?
You cut out.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
When I refreshed, it made me it threw me off, and so I'm back now. I needed the links that you put on there, and I need the link to the evaluation page or the registering page.
Okay.
And the link for all of the information that you presented, please.
Awesome.
And I'm not getting any chat here. So.
Are you still not getting any chat?
How do I get back on chat?
Let me see where my page is. Okay.
Not getting any chat.
So click on this button right here.
There's your page. I see that. Okay, chat.
Let me drag mine over here. So right here.
Oh, okay. I got a little, okay. All right. So I see a link and a link and a link.
And
the feedback would be there. Okay. The link.
So sign in feedback.
All right. So can I just.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Sign in, and the feedback that you gave us a link for all the material that you covered today. And what link is that? Where is that?
Let me copy that one right now. Today's agenda is what I'm going to call that one. So you might have to scroll down to the bottom of that chat window, and it will be there.